Hey guys, what's up? This is Hex, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a rant, I'm afraid. Um, it was something I was thinking about earlier today, and I actually had intended to do a completely different video, but I got reminded about something that I talked about a little bit here in a previous video a while back. Um, and the way I feel about like ESO is like that yes, ZeniMax Online Studios, or known as ZOS, does some really good things on ESO. They also do things that I really wish they would do differently. And in the case of this, it's what I'm going to be talking about. It's mounts, and I don't mean about how the way mounts move or they're upgrading or anything like that. But I'm more concerned about the diversity. Uh, because if you take a look at the mounts, if you've been playing for a while, like a lot of the mounts are simply reskins, with the exception of like rare exceptions like the Welwa or the Nixox. Uh, but a vast majority of them are reskins. If you take a look, at the crown store, you have like your basic like your Campbells, your Wolves, and so on. But you have like a lot of stuff that they've put out over the years has just simply been reskins of those particular things. And I'm not going to say it's lazy because it does take work still to do reskins. However, I would just love to see some more diversity in them. Uh, and I'm not saying it has to be constantly, a constant thing, but but still, I would like to see just some really unusual stuff. Not to the point of like, some games where you have like cars or maybe riding a giant baby chick or whatever. I don't mean anything like that, but I meant something that might make sense to the lore, like a Red Guard flying carpet, for example. That would be cool. Or maybe an orb that you could float on, or maybe this plant-like thing that you could sit down on and it would just shuffle along, on its roots, or just something like that. Um, something interesting. I think the last thing that we had that was really interesting was the Dual Rider mount, which never did come out in the main game. I think it was on PTS, but I think they took it off because there were some issues with that. So now they're trying to figure out what the issue is, what the problem is with that specific mount. But since then, I don't think we've gotten anything that's just been just simply reskins. And I would very very much, and I'm hoping that Zoss actually sees this video to come up with something really cool, but that not something too far out there, but something that at least fits to could fit into the lore, because you have all these people that use magic, these characters use magic in the game, and surely they could come up with something really cool and interesting. I'd very much like to see that. The other thing that I have an issue with is like 95%, I feel, of the mounts that are available are behind a paywall. I would like to see more mounts available, and not necessarily easily. I mean, some you could have easy, but some maybe if you're doing specific things, like you get this mount if you do X amount of, I don't know, like 4-man dungeons or whatever. Just something along that lines. Give at least a little bit more mounts that you can kind of work towards. Uh, you do kind of have that in the sort of in the endeavors, but that's a different ballpark altogether. I will be discussing my rant against that here really soon, probably the next video. Um, but it's like either give us a little bit more of the free mounts, or at least lower the price somewhat of like the mounts you get, because they can get kind of on the pricey side, and I do understand that they do you know need that money for development, but if the price is a little bit lower, I feel that more people would probably buy them as well. But that's all I wanted to talk to you guys for today. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And what are your opinions on the mounts currently? I'd love to hear it. Hope to talk to you guys real soon. Take care.